It's time. It's hockey time once again. Foothills Frightfest tournament's continuing on this weekend. It's Sunday morning. We're back here for Game 4, first game of the semi-playoff elimination round thingamabob jobber. But we are taking on the Hyland Hills Jaguars for the first time this season. We haven't seen them yet. Arvada came out 3-0 in the last 2 days, winning their division. Crosses over to play in the other division right now, the team that came in last. So what's going to happen here is if Arvada comes out with a win, we're going to go on to the championship round this afternoon at 3:15. But there's still a lot of hockey left to play before that. 3 periods, 14 minutes each, that Arvada's got to do what they can, score some goals and win this game to get to that next spot. We are the OTT Sports Network, and I am Harry Hyland, bringing it to you here. Once again, we are at the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado, Foothills Frightfest tournament. I am Harry Hyland. One more time, and now you get to see my pretty face. One, two, three, Arvada, back to the bench they go. Wearing those whites and those shiny breezer covers. I'll shut up about them after this weekend because they'll be old, but I think they look pretty sharp. White jerseys, black jerseys, they just make it pop out there for all these players. Looking more like a team, looking unified. Hush falls over the crowd. We need some music in here. Gotta liven this place up a little bit. My voice is cracking already. I can feel it this morning. I haven't even started. I haven't started talking. Oh yeah. Okay. Like, I was just. Have I been rambling around to nobody? Okay. The Jags are ready. Coaches on the bench with Arvada, giving them those last-minute tips and tidbits. One, two, three, Arvada. There it is one more time. Wind goes back to his net. Starting out here for your Arvada team is going to be Calder at center with Nick and Alex on its wings. Lexi and Milo on D. 14 minutes on the clock. First period. Puck about to drop, and it's dropped one over there to Nick. Nick takes it, flips it in. Right onto the side of the goalie. He kicks on one off to the side. Jags pick it up behind their net. Over to Alex in the corner. Alex backhand spins around. Picked back up by the Jags, who go off the boards the other side. Nick looking for that one. Goes into the corner. Over to Calder. Calder backhands towards the front of the net. Just misses Alex out to the point. Lexi walks in, keeps that one. Takes a shot deflected into the corner by the defender. Calder still lots of pressure out in front of Alex. Caught up in his feet. Back over to Calder. Arvada pressuring early and fast. Nick gets that shot. Held onto by the Jags goalie with Arvada all over them here early in the first period. Same lines out there. Getting ready to drop this puck deep in Jags territory. Pushed over to the front off the draw by Calder. Alex goes into the far side to collect. On his backhand, giving some time, back over to Calder. Over to Alex, looking for Nick in front. Scoots it through the crease, but in front of Nick. Nick's into the corner, battling shoulder to shoulder. Jags come out behind their own net with it. We'll make you famous. Out to the front, Lexi claps that one, tip, missed, Calder on the rebound again. Puts that around, back behind the Jags net. To the front, Alex with it, picked up by the Jags, and they're gonna come out of their own zone for the first time. Up to Lexi, turns that one around, the Jags are offside, they keep it onside in the blue line. Briefly, they come in now onside, backhand stuck over to the side. Alex is gonna take a penalty as Milo shoved Alex into the Jags player, and the Jags go down. Arvada takes a penalty here, 12:28 left to go in the first period. They're going to make their first line change and be disadvantaged by a player for the next 2 minutes. Penalty kill unit is going to be Anderson and Ethan. On defense, we've got Jax and Owen. One back over to Hyland. Battle for it high in the Arvada zone, flipped out there by Anderson. Anderson's pressuring into center ice, just jumps over the stick of Ethan, off the boards but not all the way out. Over to Anderson, Anderson claps that one, gets it into neutral territory. Coming back to pick this up in their own zone is the Jags. A little bit of pressure there by Ethan as they're killing off that penalty. Anderson steps in, takes that puck, trying to spin that back around as Ethan was going to the front of the net shorthanded. Missed on the opportunity. And brought back in there by the Jags, so they're going to stay on side. Now that one comes back out. Ethan and Anderson still fighting for it. Ethan off the boards, keeps it in again. Now Anderson's going to chase that down into the corner. Excellent job on the penalty kill by these two players, keeping it deep in the Jags territory, but then they come up with that long stretch pass. They're coming back the other way, 2-on-1 against Owen. Owen gets a stick on that one, hammers it over to the side, breaking that play up before anything could develop. Now they walk around, going to the front. Jackson out to the top of the circle. Glove down by Wynn. He's going to hang on to that one. 11:24 left to go with 56 seconds left in the Arvada penalty. Is my mic? My mic's working, okay.
Yeah, your father would let you know by now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just didn't know if I pulled this apart or something.
Canada.
People are watching.
People are watching, they can hear you.
Everybody knows if they can hear me. If they can't, well, you're welcome. Cohen wins that one over. He's out there with Evan. Cohen and Evan on this penalty kill now. Cohen going in, circled back around by the Jags. Jags come out of their own zone. Milky on defense, Bo right in behind him. Going into the corner, and Bo gets tripped up, and they're gonna negate that power play opportunity here as Bo gets tripped up going into the corner. The Jags are gonna go to the box for 2 minutes. We're gonna play 4-on-4 hockey for 35 seconds, and then Arvada will take the power play for the next math time left in the penalty.
About 1:30.
About 1:30, minus a few seconds here or there. Cohen and Evan, sorry. Cohen wins that one forward. Lots of open ice here for both these teams with 4-on-4 hockey. Back out to the point, held in by Bo. Over to Evan. Evan shoots that one hard off the player that's feeling a little pain with that, playing through it. Tries to get it towards the front to Cohen. Cohen turns, fires that. Evans in front, off his skate and back over to the side. Jags hard off the boards, held in there by Bo. Back in over to Evan. Evan flips that in across center ice. Looking for Cohen. Cohen does the same. Returns it back into the center. Lost in the Jags skates. Jags control that in their own zone. Back out to the point. Pinched in there by Milky. Picked off as the Arvada play. Okay, offside. Arvada penalty was over. Kai races off the bench, breaks that play up, causing an offside. And now Arvada's on the power play for the next minute and 19 seconds with 10:21 left to go here in the first period. Still stuck at zeros against Hyland Ranch on the OTT Sports Network. Foothills Frightfest tournament at the Edge Ice Arena, Littleton, Colorado. Out to the point, picked up by Cohen. Cohen out there now with Colin and Kai. Power play for Arvada. Cohen comes in, got Colin going towards the front of the net. Into the corner, Jags go around him. Kai comes in, picks that one up, shoots it towards the front of the net. Blocked in front and then pushed all the way hard to the other side. Milo steps in up from the blue line, misses it quickly, but then turns it back into the corner for Kai. Kai towards the front of the net for Cohen. Goalie got a stick on that one as he had the paddle flat on the ice. Into the corner, Cohen chasing it. Comes out and clears the zone, picked up by Lexi at the red line. She takes her time, looks at that one, finds Colin on the far side. Colin walks in, takes a big shot away from outside the point. That one goes a little wide. Kai down into the corner, spinning around, getting pressured down. 27 seconds left to go in this penalty. Arvada working hard on the power play, trying to keep it in there and get these ones towards the front of the net. But the Jags turn around, come back outside, coming through center, goes around Lexi, being pestered from behind by Kai. Colin comes over, gets on that, and now Kai spins the other way. Kai's walking in, he's got Calder on the far side, goes around wide. Still has on his backhand, pushes it towards the front of the net, nobody home. Stepping in is Alex. Alex takes this shot, rebound over to the side. Calder going to pick it up. Calder shoots that towards the front of the net. Kai spins around, gets a backlash shot on there, and then kick to the side. Calder on the far side, battling against in the corner. He's got a couple players in front, but he's going against two. Kai's coming over to help him out. Kai gets a stick on that one, keeping it into the Arvada, or in the Jag zone. Arvada working on it. Calder just about picked that one up, trying to steal it in front of the net. Over to Alex. Alex spins, gets a shot off. Jag's goalie hangs on to that one. He's seen enough in this last melee of shots on him. 8:33 left to go. 5-on-5 hockey still stuck at zeros. Just checking my messages, seeing who's all tuning in, and there's going to be another penalty here. I'm not sure who got it. I was looking down at my phone. It's going to be Calder, Nick. They were in the corner. Anderson, stop talking. Oh no, that's not Anderson, that's Alex, sorry. It is an Arvada penalty. It's going to be Calder going off because they're coming all the way down the far end. Didn't see what happened. We'll see if we can get a signal out of the ref. Nope. That's a penalty either way. Back on the penalty kill here for the next 2 minutes. Hyland's in the Arvada zone. That one skips across the blue line, back out to center ice as they reset, trying to get set up with the man advantage. Picked off there by Alex at center ice. Alex is coming in one-on-one. Back checkers, he gets the shot off, but puts it a little bit wide. Good effort there in the neutral zone to pick that one out. Oh, he almost had another opportunity in front. Out to the point. One holds it in, stands his player up at the blue line. Nick picks it off at center ice, over to Alex. Alex back to Nick with the diving play as his player had lost his stick. Owen walking around. Owen still has it on his stick. Owen comes in, takes the shot. Big save by the goalies. That one goes up off his shoulder into the glass. Jags coming out the other way on the power play. Out to center ice. Pressured by Nick. Over to Alex. Alex has a chance to wheel. He's being absolutely held up there with no call. Alex still has it, trying to dance around. Gets pushed off it into the corner. Picked back up by the Jags. Minute and 6 seconds left to go in this power play as the Jags walk out of their own zone. Try to. Alex falls down in the corner. He's all over the place in this penalty kill. Doing a great job keeping it in there. Out to the point to Jax. Jax spins around with it, flips it in towards the front of the net. Goalie has it on the penalty, on the power play. Going to hang on to it for a face-off deep in the zone. Arvada playing excellent hockey, 4-on-5. And now Alex is going to get a penalty. What did Alex do? Okay, we're going to 5-on-3 hockey. 5-on-3, Arvada needs to get rid of yet another guy off there. Arvada's still got too many men on the ice. One of them's got to get off. Coaches are calling for him. Anderson skates over to the bench. Evan at center ice. He's got Milky and Bo out there, 5-on-3 for the next 52 seconds. Not sure what happened there, but Hyland's deep in the Arvada zone. Out to the point. Milky flips that one over, and Evan's got a chance here. 2 men short as he races all the way down. Doesn't beat the icing. Gets whistled down all the way back to the Arvada zone. 7 minutes left. Arvada down 5 players to 3 for 2 penalties I didn't see and can't really comment on. Tim from Leduc tuning in. Checking out Kai and the rest of his team. Good to see you in there. Looking at everybody else. Natasha's watching us. She's still in Mexico. Anita from Kansas. We got Helen tuning in. Laura Lee, Tom from British Columbia. Good to see everybody on this Sunday morning enjoying some Arvada hockey. High off the glass. Rebound back over to the off the mask, off the player. Kicked over to the side. 5-on-3. Hyland put all kinds of pressure. Big block there by Evan. Coming all the way back down. Hyland goalie kicks that one over to the side. Evan pressuring, short-handed. 10 seconds left to go before the first player steps out of the box. Bo holds that one into the blue line, but then falls down. Evan comes around playing with it. Now coming in 3-on-1, 4-on-1 against Milky. Backhand pass, they miss on that. Bo backhands it out. Here comes Calder fresh out of the box. He's got Evan over, gets it over to Evan. Evan's walking in. Evan gets shoved off the puck, gets dumped down. Calder picks up the puck in the corner. Fans a little bit upset about that play as Evan got hammered into the corner as they took the body. Coming in the other way, one-on-one against Milky. Racing back to help him out is Calder. Calder comes back, steals that puck. The player goes down. Ethan out at the blue line. They don't get it all the way out. 36 seconds left in the 5-on-4 advantage for Hyland as they come back into their own zone, being chased down by Ethan. Backhanded out to center ice, picked back up by the Jags. Milky off the boards, breaking that play up. Keeping it out of his own zone is Ethan. Ethan's racing back the other way. Coming in 1-on-3. Goes around one. Shoots the puck. Pad save and over into the corner. Cohen joins him. 13 seconds left to go before we're back to 5-on-5. Arvada doing an excellent job on this penalty kill. 3 players go down, and Arvada's going to get a penalty for that. Wow, we've been getting a lot of penalties this weekend, but after what Evan got taken out on that side and then back over here, or no, it was the Jags going to get it. No, Cohen's going to get that. I'm not understanding the way the refs are looking at this one, but we're back in the box and we're back to 5-on-3 for 2 seconds and then 5-on-4 for the minute and 58 seconds to follow that. Coaches are questioning right now how the plays are getting called on one side and not the other. Refs trying to explain it to them, but not happy about it whatsoever. Ethan at the faceoff out. Lexi and Milo out there with them. Stepping out of the box is Alex. And here comes Milo the other way. Milo comes out, Scott Colin up with him, gets it over to Colin, coming in 5-on-4. Takes the shot. Saved and pushed into the side. Coming around the boards all the way out to the blue line, but picked off there by Ethan. Ethan races back into the corner, picked back up by the Jags. They circle behind their own net, coming around, stop, checks up, and then goes all the way out to center ice. Lexi has some time with it. She's going to come across the red line, go for a little skate on her own, tries to push that in, gets it back, and then dumps it all the way in. Chasing it down is Colin into the corner, picked up by number 49 in black. Colin gets a stick on that one, breaking up the play momentarily, getting spun around again, doing a good job getting some body positioning on front of that player. The Jags come in, help their teammate out, and then backhanded towards the front of the net by Ethan. Out to the point. Lexi picks that up, backhands it back in. Colin racing for it on the far side. Getting away from a penalty there as the Jag player went down in front of him, but that had nothing to do with Colin's efforts. In the corner. Stuck down to the point by Colin. Back over to Ethan. Ethan's trying to circle back at the high slot. Spun around by the Jags. Picked up and they're coming across their blue line with it. Highland Hills Jaguars racing across. They're still on the power play for the next 40 seconds. Get it back into the Arvada zone, trying to get set up. Players down behind the net. Gets back up. Gets run into there by Colin. And now behind the net, Lexi's chasing him down. They're trying to pick this puck up back out to the point. Lexi steps in to challenge, gets tipped, and that one goes wide of the net. Hyland to the front of the net, can't get a handle on that pass. Going into the corners, Milo puts it up off the boards. Lexi chases it down into the corner. Milo back, hammering it back up the boards. Stopped and then back out to the point by Hyland. Hyland misplays that one at the point. Ethan's chasing him down at center ice as they are back into center ice. And the penalty is over, back to 5-on-5 hockey as Kai picks that up. And now Kai comes racing through center ice. Kai's coming across 1-on-3. He's got Cohen going towards the front of the net. Can't get it over to him. Back over, gets it to Ethan on the boards. Ethan now out to the front of the net. Cohen has it. Cohen claps that one just wide. Ethan backhand towards the front. Kai crashing the net, misses on it. And the Jags come back the other way. Jags coming across the blue line. Walking into the Arvada zone, flipping it towards the front. Blocked in front. Owen pushes that up. Gets it over to Calder on the far side as he's coming off the bench. Calder flips it ahead, trying to get it to Kai, onto Kai. Back over to Calder. Calder takes the shot and pushes that one wide. Got to hit the net on these ones. The Jags pick up that rebound off the boards, coming around with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in this first period. Sneaks out into center ice, pushed back in offside as Kai was offside. Cohen, Kai, one of those players. Must be Kai because he's getting a little talking to there from the coach for something he did or what? Face off at center ice, Calder, Nick and Alex. On defense is Owen and Jax. Alex fighting for it at center ice. Over to the side, stopped there by Nick. Nick picks it up, pushes it ahead to Calder, gains the Highland zone, and deep into the corner chasing down is Calder. Spun back around by the Jags. They push it up the boards, looking to get a breakout. Owen holds that one into the point. Comes in, dancing around, gets held up, still keeps it on his stick. Shoots that one looking for the top corner. Bounces over. Goes in over the shoulder. Owen takes that one home, making it 1-0 Arvada late here in the first period. Minute and 54 left to go. Oh, why couldn't that have been a power play goal? Harry's got the card for the first power play goal, and I've got Owen's number. He's going to get 2. Oh, an excellent effort holding that puck into the blue line. Comes in, walks around a couple, gets it knocked off, picks it back up, takes the shot. It gets bounced around in the net and goes in. 1-0 Arvada. Alex into the far corner. Oh, goes down hard on his own. Jags push this one out, skips past Jack's stick. Owen back to pick it up. Owen looking over his shoulder. Pushes that up to Nick. Nick's coming in 3-on-3 the other way. He's got Calder and Alex on the other side. Trying to get that one over to Calder. Gets back to Alex in the high slot. Can't grab a handle on it. Back over to Calder. Calder in the far circle. To the front of the net and another goal as Nick's standing in front. Hammers that one home. Calder to Nick. 2-0 Arvada. That's what I'm talking about. Finally banging a few home here. They've been getting chances. The goalie's been stopping them. And now it's time to get aggressive. Coaches from the Jags having a conversation, seeing what's going on over there. Oh, the ref is having a little bit of an issue with the coach now. He's got to be careful over there, see what's happening. Evan out with Ethan and Anderson. Evan at the face-off draw, trying to get that one over, gets back into the defensive zone, picked up by Milky in front of his own net. Milky wheels around the circle, off the boards, trying to get it over to Ethan, gets it up to Evan. Evan's walking through, gets his pocket picked at the blue line, helping him out now over to the front of the net. Anderson comes in on the backhand. Anderson gets pushed off the side, still has it. Centering pass, doesn't make it into the crease. Evan up the boards, trying to pinch in is Milky. He holds the line, and that puck goes back in, picked up by Evan. Evan over to Anderson. Anderson dances around, over to Ethan, and Ethan couldn't find the finesse to put it up over, but got a great shot off in that play. Hard out of the boards. Hyland picking out into the middle. Both flips one back out. Anderson off his backhand. Back over to Milky. Milky's looking for Evan. Evan's racing into across to the blue line. It was just ahead of him. Hyland coming around behind their own net. Walking through center. Evan comes in, pressuring on him. Hyland still walking up, coming through center ice. Works that one up over the boards. 12 seconds left to go in this first period. Arvada's got a 2-0 lead. We're gonna have a face-off just outside the Arvada zone as the puck was flipped into their bench. Refs having a lot of conversations with coaches today. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not seeing anything crazy unless there's some players talking on the bench. Hyland has one more opportunity as time's winding down. 7 seconds left to go in this period as they gain the Arvada zone. Coming in, take the shot on net, bounces into Wynn. He covers that one up. The buzzer's gonna sound. Letting the time wind down on that one. Players are gonna go to the bench, talk about that first period. Arvada's coming into the second with a 2-0 lead. More questions pouring in as I get a chance to look at my phone. Welcome, Debbie, Kim, Sean, and yes, Tim, there is a championship game for this tournament, and the outcome will be determined after this game. If Arvada wins, we're going into the championship game at 3:15 this afternoon. If we tie or lose, it'll come down to so many tiebreakers, it makes my head spin. And it's not just a plus minus or a win-loss, it's head-to-head points against, and then goal differentials by games that had more than 3 goals. And I think it has to do with how fast the third tallest kid on the team can tie their skates and something like that. There's a long rule book, and I'm not much of a reader. If they had pictures, maybe I'd understand it a little bit better. Like I told Ashley yesterday in her note, because I apparently don't read all the emails that I should, but if she'd send more pictures instead of just words, It makes my life easier. Seeing all the fans in the stand here. Everybody's watching and waiting, seeing what's going to happen as Arvada has a chance to go into that championship game this afternoon, like I mentioned. If that's the case, we're going to have some wings and some chicken fingers here. We're going to be sticking around the arena for a couple of hours, getting ready for that big one, and we'll be broadcasting it to you live. But there's still a lot of hockey left to play here. The Jags are coming at Arvada hard. They got to find a way to stay out of the penalty box for one and get some pucks on that net. I apologize for the coughing. I've done a lot of talking this weekend, and we're not done yet. Coming starting this action, 5-on-5. Looks like Cohen, Colin, and Kai are going to be out there. And we've got Lexi and we've got Milo on defense. Second period action coming your way. OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland on the mic. And we're at the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. Stuck ahead there by Colin. Pushed back out. Kai comes over, backhands that one off the boards. Not hard enough. They come into the zone, spin around. Colin comes back, gets that one, pushes it back out to center ice. Picked up by Hyland, pestered by Kai. They make the pass up to the blue line and gain the zone. Lexi steps into that play. Player goes down, flipped ahead by Milo over to Cohen. Here comes Cohen, Lexi, and Colin the other way. Cohen loses that. Picked up by Colin. Colin's going to have another chance on the other side. Coming in strong on his backhand. Walking that one, flipping it towards the front of the net. Over to Cohen. Cohen takes that shot. It goes in behind the net. Colin on the far side. Has some time with it. Comes in, rips that one towards the net. Deflected into the corner. Rung around the boards there by Hyland as they're coming out of the Arvada zone. At least I'm not calling a monument this morning. Hyland comes in, going wide with some pressure towards the front of the net. Win with the big stick and pad down, keeping that one out of the net, keeping it 2-0 Arvada. Coming the other way is Cohen. Cohen's got one to beat. Walking in with some speed, goes around. Diving player. Cohen gets the shot off the rebound back into the corner. Cohen's still fighting for it. Picks up his own rebound. Going towards the front of the net. Over to Kai, who picked it up. But first was the rampage player. Now here I go again. I put it in my head. The Hyland player. Hyland player comes in, takes the shot. Glove down. Puck is loose in front. Arvada's going to get a penalty for that, for covering the puck in the crease. Yeah. That's all right. That puck was going in, but player can't dive on top and cover the puck. They're going to get a penalty for that one. It's a delay of game penalty.
You gotta win!
And that's going to be, I don't know who they're going to give it to. Who dove down on top of that one? It's going to be Kai. Oh no. Penalty shot. Oh, they're going to give it a penalty shot. Oh, here we go, folks. Penalty shot coming in, one-on-one on win for covering up that puck in the crease. And you get a penalty? How do you get a penalty and a penalty shot? Oh, there's got to be some questions about that. But here we go, one-on-one coming in against Win. Number 19 for the Jags. Comes in, takes a shot, Win with the big save. And kicks it out of there, telling them, not my house! Good job by Win. Oh, the player steps out of the penalty box. That was just for show. I don't know how that works. The Win stops the penalty shot, keeping it 2-0, 12:35 left to go in the second period. All the way back down. Face-off is still in the Arvada zone. Stepping out to take this one is going to be Calder. On his wings are Nick and Alex. They've been all over the ice this game so far, seeing what they can do to continue keeping the pressure on this Hyland team. Behind his own net, backhanded up by Owen. Clears the zone and retreating into their own end to pick it up as Hyland. Pestering from behind is Calder. Calder out to the point, and Jackson tries to hold that one in. Nick flips that around, dumps that in. That's going to be an icing call if it crosses the... Nope, they're going to wave that one off last minute. I haven't understood icings this entire weekend. Yeah, I haven't been chatting with the refs about how they're doing it. In front of the net, picked up before he gets there. Spun back around the other way out to the point. Jax has it on his backhand, pushes it off the boards. Goes for a little walk with it. Jax comes in, back out, gets it over to Nick. Nick backhands that one in, couldn't get it all the way. Nick with another backhand, that one goes wide into the corner. Out to the front of the net. Stepping in was Calder, couldn't get it. Alex spins. Owen does a good job of pinching in. Keeping that in, over to Nick. Nick fires that up over the net. Over to Alex, out to the point. Backhanded in by Jax. Back over to Alex. Player falls down. They're going to battle in the corner. Out towards the front of the net. Glove down. Jax walks in. They keep it in the zone. Back over. Jax comes around. Excellent work by all of our Arvada players there, keeping that one in. Towards the front of the net. Puck was loose. Now it's still behind the net. Back over to the far side. Out of the zone by Hyland. Nick's racing back, trying to break this play up. Does a good job getting in on that one. Spins this player around. Player goes down. It's going to be offside, but ooh, he might have landed hard on his head. We hope he's okay. Hard hockey play as a couple of players went down there, and the Hyland players grabbing the back of his head. Coach is out, helping him off the ice. Give him a hand. He's going to be okay. He heads off to the bench. Everybody comes out. I really miss no music in between the whistles. My dancing feet just want to move, but I got no music. The voices in my head aren't that good as singers. Evan at the face-off dot. One forward there by Hyland. They come in, get the shot on Wynn. Wynn's just going to cover that up as they come in, give him a little bit of a snow shower. He's not happy about that, but... Oh, came in. Wynn's mask is off. Getting a little bit heated out there. We're going to see how this one continues. We still got 10:55 left to go in the second period. Arvada's carrying a 2-0 lead at this point as they get it out of our own zone. Racing up is Ethan. Ethan's got Anderson going towards the front of the net, puts a pass behind him. Anderson picks it up off the boards, spins around in the circle, pushes it back out towards the front of the net. That one bounces through the crease. Ethan on the far side, back towards the front of the net. That puck is loose. Oh, Anderson goes crashing down into the goalie. Looking for that rebound. It was covered up and whistled down. He fell hard and got twisted, but that's the way it goes. He's up, and here we go. Evan back into the face-off. Anderson on one wing and Ethan on the other, trying to do what they can to get this puck onto the net. One back there by Hyland, over behind their own net, spinning around the back. Hyland goes hard off the boards. Anderson stops that. Evan turns that one and fires it a little bit wide. Big rebound off and up over the goalie as Ethan shot that one towards the net and was saved. Jax tries to save that one. The defender sneaking in behind him, but Owen saw that. Jax gets behind him. Owen breaks that play up. Hyland still has that puck. Goes into the corner now. Jackson around the side, forcing Owen to go back in. They put that towards the front of the net. Saved by Wynn. Ethan off the boards hard, puts it up off the glass, doesn't get it all the way out. Kicking around for it. Oh, Arvada is going to see a penalty there as Jackson took down a player as they were both jostling for the puck, or position, I guess. And the bigger man won. But winning doesn't mean necessarily not taking a penalty in that situation. Jackson's going to the box, and Arvada is setting a world record for penalties in a PeeWee A hockey tournament. Kai and Cohen are going to be your penalty killers alongside Milky and Bo on the point. Deep in the Arvada zone, Jax is in the box for 2 minutes. Cohen still at the dot, goes down, all the way back out to the point. They take the shot, Kai with the big block. That one gets deflected up in front. Wynn kicks that out to the side. Milky on the far boards, bangs it up hard, pinching in by Hyland. They turn around, shoot this one towards the front of the net, broken up by Kai. Cohen wheels that one around the boards, gets it all the way down, racing for the puck. Icing's waved off as Kai's racing all the way down for it. Kai's going hard into the corner, gets angled off the puck there by Hyland, who comes back around. Good pressure by Arvada, shorthanded for another minute and 29 seconds here. Coming back around, Milky walking into his own zone, has it, spins it around, and luckily gets that out. Gets it over to Kai. Kai's trying to push that up to Cohen, couldn't get enough wood on it, finally gets it over to Cohen. Cohen takes a shot from the top of the circle, and that one goes wide. Kai into the corner, pushed back towards the front of the net, trying to get it to Cohen. Cohen backhands that one, picked up by Hyland in front of their own net, and the Jags come out of their zone. 1-on-1 against Bo, 2-on-1. Bo steps up, doesn't let that happen. They keep it in on the backhand though, and now Hyland has it in the far corner. takes the shot. That one goes high and wide. Cohen had a stick up there. Luckily got away with that one too. Outside the zone, Cohen Kai fighting for it. Jags pick it up at center ice. Trying to go through. Goes around Cohen, goes around Kai. Steps in, doesn't go around Bo as Bo positions himself perfectly on that. Kai dives in front of the player. Bo goes into the corner with a high elbow. Coming, walking in. Good job stopping there. And now here comes Kai over to Cohen. Cohen gets taken down at center ice as he was trying to race out. Jags walk back in. That's offside. Cohen goes down hard and no call on the play.
That's 2 for White.
16 seconds left to go in Jackson's penalty. Arvada makes a line change to their penalty kill. Looks like Alex and Cullen coming out. Lexi and Milo on defense. Cullen leans into this draw, pushes it over towards Alex. Going hard into the boards, players around the ice. Out to the point, shot in, stopped there by Lexi. Alex over to Cullen, Cullen's coming out. Picked up by Alex, Alex is chasing it down. They step in, Cullen stays on side. Alex power move towards the front, gets hauled down with no call one more time, but the goalie's gonna hang on to that. Penalties over, Arvada's still leading 2-0, 7:45 left in the second period. Face off deep in the Highland Hills zone. You are on the OTT Sports Network with Harry Haviland at the Edge Ice Arena. Foothills Frightfest tournament game number 4 for Arvada.
Let's go, Arvada!
Walking in towards the front of the net, looking for it is Calder. Calder pushes it towards Alex. Hyland gets a stick on that one and kicks it all the way back. Milo flips it to center ice. They recognize they're offside. They get back onside, coming around, getting hauled down. We're going to see another penalty for Arvada. That was an obvious one. He hauled them down from behind, but they're not calling them both ways in my mind. But who do I know? I'm just a lowly announcer up in the stands, trying to make a living. Penalty for Arvada with 7:28 left to go. I think we've spent more time shorthanded this game than we have 5-on-5, that's for sure. Out to center. Nick racing up the far side. Nick puts it off the boards to himself. He's got some speed coming through the neutral zone. Got Alex going towards the net. He gets a shot off, doesn't get quite on net, but Alex picks up the rebound off the boards. Pinched in there by Milo. Gets it over back to Hyland, though, and the Jags make that long lead pass. Got in behind the D. Lexi's racing back. Lexi gets back and pushes the puck and the player into the corner. Great effort by Lexi. Players are getting... It's getting a little aggressive and chippy down there, as I believe the Highland Hills Jaguars are going to get a penalty for that one, as Milo got absolutely mauled in the corner. All I seen was his head getting smashed into the ice. We're going to 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 32 seconds, and then Arvada's going to see a shortened power play opportunity once who's ever in the box steps out. I can't even remember who the Arvada player in the box is. That's Calder. It's up on the board, number 26. There's been so many of them, I just can't keep track.
I can't keep track.
Lexi backhands it off the boards, retreats back to the blue line. Alex bothering number 52. 4-on-4 coming in is Nick. Nick comes in with a little bit of heat, and then Alex gets spun around, and they're coming back the other way. 4-on-2. Racing back through center ice is Nick, coming in on Lexi and Milo. Lexi forces that player wide. Stays with him in behind the net, lifting that stick up, fighting for it. Hyland towards the point. Come in, take the shot. That one goes wide. I don't think Wynn saw it. Now Wynn's without his stick. It's behind the net. In front of his own net. And out. Oh, just out of the reach. Trying to get that one on. Goalie's going to come down and hang on to it as Nick was on top of that play. I don't know how Wynn lost his stick behind the net, but he picks it back up. And the faceoff's going to be all the way down. Still 4-on-4 hockey for the next 48 seconds when Calder steps out of the box. Ethan at the center. He's got Anderson on one wing and Jackson Owen on the point. One over to the side there. Picked up by the Jags behind their own net. Oh, Anderson doing a good job. Just about got that one. Now picked up by the Jags. Out to center ice. Jax hammers that hard off the boards, being chased down now by Anderson. Jags behind their own net, walking around the far boards. Good job there by Anderson, staying on top of that play. Ethan steps in, gives him a hand. Going towards the front of the net. Ethan was looking for Anderson. Anderson wasn't there in time. Anderson still banging this one off the boards. Now picked up by the Jags. Kept in by Ethan as players go down. Nobody knows where the puck is. And now here comes Hyland the other way. Ethan racing back. Owen gets a good stick on that one. Flips it down. It's going to come all the way down. That's going to be an icing call against Arvada as their power play now starts with 27 seconds left to go. 5-on-4 hockey. 5:26 left in the second period. Clean face-off win there by Evan, pushes it forward, takes it out of the zone, but then stripped from him at the blue line as Hyland walks in short-handed. Jax puts that off of his stick, rings it around the boards for Ethan. They pinch in. Ethan still has it in his gates. Now he's coming out. He's got Anderson on the far side. Not hard enough, but Anderson breaks that up, trying to get it over to Ethan. They come in. He didn't hear the whistle. Didn't hear the whistle. It wasn't offside. He came in, took that shot, but it was late. They were dangling at the blue line there, stepped in a little early. 2 seconds left on the power play for Arvada. Looking to build on this 2-goal lead. Evan at the draw. One back, and now Jack's turned around. They're coming in hot, faster than the defense. Jackson's going to take another penalty. He hooks that player that was out racing him to the puck. Jackson's questioning it, but I can't question that one. That was pretty obvious in my mind. One more time. Arvada back on the penalty kill for the 437th time this game. I don't even know. Why don't we just play 4-on-5 hockey? We don't even have to bother with the stats anymore. Jackson back in the box for 2 minutes with 4:51 left to go. Arvada on the penalty kill. Anderson and Ethan staying out there. Out to the point, takes the shot, blocked before it gets in front, swinging and dive. They missed. Milky goes off the boards with it, looking for Ethan. Gets knocked back in by the Jags. Helping him out is Bo. Now Bo's spinning back around, hard off the boards, trying to find Ethan. Gets it up. Ethan's going to clear the zone, just barely. Looking all the way up at center ice was Anderson trying to sneak in behind. Ethan's got to be careful. These refs are calling everything. That was offside there too. They come in, and now Milky goes into the corner with it. Off the boards, and now here comes Anderson. Anderson's got a one-on-one. He's walking in short-handed, tries to deke, tries to dangle. Made one too many moves and gets that pocket picked. Coming the other way now. Walking in is the Jags. They spin around wide, power move towards the front of the net. It was bound to happen. You can't take that many penalties and not expect to get scored on. Arvada is now only leading by 1 with 3:58 left to go in this second period. Jags are clawing their way back, and Arvada's got to find a way to stay out of the box. No shout out to the penalty box on that side of the ice or the restaurant here this morning that wasn't open. There was a few of us that would have loved a Caesar this morning. For those of you that don't know what a Caesar is, look it up and try it. You're welcome. Cohen loses that draw, but goes diving forward, picked up by the Jags. Off the boards, over to Milo. Milo flips it back up to Kai, skips over his stick. Cohen into the zone, Colin goes on the far side. Hard in on the backhand. Jags control it in behind their zone. They go off the boards. They're looking to build on that goal. They've got some momentum. Spun around there by Colin, but Cohen was still inside the blue line. Whistled down for offside with 3:32 left to go in the second. This has been a long game. A lot of penalties, a lot of whistles, a lot of discussions. Cohen, Kai, and Colin still out there. Lexi and Milo on defense. Colin muscling his way into the body. Picks up by Cohen. Cohen comes around, takes a shot, and gets shoved down in the corner. That would have been a penalty on Arvada. Back over to Cohen. Cohen misfires, still has it in his skates, but now it's picked up. Kai spins it at the blue line, keeps it in. Colin gets a shot off. Racing towards the front of the net was Cohen, but the goalie's going to hang on for a whistle. Getting the shots on net. We know that you cannot score without shooting. Hopefully the players have figured that out too. And you can't also score without hitting the net. Coach Paul Wisenan from last year, one of our AA coaches this year, would always yell at them, you cannot score if you don't hit the net. Shout out to you, Paul, for that one. He's always smiling no matter how mad he is with the kids. I always find that entertaining. Walking across their own blue line. Picked up by Kai. Kai can't get that one in deep. All three Arvada forwards over. Lexi goes D to D over to Milo. Milo goes back to Lexi as they're playing with these Jags, and Lexi goes for a little bit of a skate with it. Gets up to Colin at the blue line. Colin can't handle it. Kai can't take it off of their stick, and now Hyland comes into the Arvada zone. Pushing wide. Lexi strips him off the pot. Up the boards. Out of the reach of Cohen, and his Jags are going to get back to it first now. 2:27 left to tick off the clock in the second period. Jags mishandle, giving Cohen an opportunity. Jags pick that one up again. They get it out and caught up in the ref skates, and now it's still in. Arvada got to get somebody on this puck. Kai goes in to chase this one down, in behind the corner. Spinning around, off the boards. Here comes the Jags. They're skating out of their own zone, coming back 3-on-2. Jags gain the Arvada zone. Lexi chases him across, pushing him wide. Gets a good job getting a stick lift on that one, breaking it up before he has a chance to do anything with it. Still fighting in the corner for it. Cohen around the boards. Whistles that one out. Held in at the point, but Colin gets a stick on it, but Jags kick it back into the Arvada zone. Behind the net is the Jags. Backhand towards the front. Wide open. Takes the shot. Wynn gets a paddle on that one. Flung around the far side. Kai gets it to the point, bangs that one out. Racing down is Lexi. Icing is going to be called with 1:28 left to go. Calder, Alex, and Nick. Milky and Jackson on defense. Is that Milky? No, that's Owen. I'm sorry. Owen and Jackson have been playing together. It's hard to tell. 4 and 7. Both big bodies out there on the ice. That is Owen and Jackson on defense as they're in behind their own net. And Hyland is pressuring hard. They come in and hit Jackson with no call. Over to Alex. Alex up to Calder. Calder trying to find Alex on the far side. They keep that one in at the blue line. Hyland comes into the top of the circle. Pressured there by Calder. Hyland player falls down. Out to the point, and now here comes Nick. Nick's coming in one-on-one. He's got the breakaway, walking in. Comes in, deeks and misses on the backhand. Goes hard into the boards. Coming in with a lot of fire, just couldn't connect on that one. Excellent job by Nick getting in behind there with some speed. Now here they come back the other way, 2-on-1. Pass over and out of the reach of the Jags player. They still have it in behind Arvada's net. Circling back around, Nick and Owen behind there. Coming around out of Owen. Stick in front, off of the skates of Jackson and into the corner. Jackson into the corner, bodied into the boards. And Hyland skates towards the front of the Arvada net. Oh, that one just gets tipped wide. Jackson hard around the boards, Calder on the far side looking to pick it up. Can't get it all the way out, flip back in by Hyland. Off the boards to Arvada. Pulling it around for Alex. Alex hard but not out. Shot. Jackson blocks that one into the corner. Arvada under a lot of pressure there at the end of that period. Down 2 or up 2-1 here going into the third. They have got to find a way to get a little bit more moving underneath these feet and get underneath their feet and get some shots on this net. Hyland is coming in like a desperate team. They are 0-3 in this tournament. Arvada's 3-0. They can't sit on anything like that. And I'm having a feeling that's what the coaches are discussing with their players right now. I get it, Anita. We're questioning the penalties just as much as you are, but Arvada's got to do what they can to stay out of that box. And Sean, you're right. Undisciplined play will kill us, and we saw that with Hyland getting that power play goal. There's been a couple of questionable calls, but most of them have been pretty legit penalties. I'm not going to question the ref's decisions on those. If you're going to have a lazy or undisciplined call, it's going against you. You're going to sit in that penalty box. You're going to feel shame, and you're going to force your teammates to battle even harder for you. So, in my mind, just don't do it. My voice is going to hang on for one more period and hopefully one more game. The OTT Sports Network. I'm Harry Hyland bringing you third period action from the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. Arvada is leading 2-1 with a Highland Hills team that's fighting hard. So Arvada's got to dig deep, come up with something here as they take the ice in the third period. Evan at center, Ethan on one wing, and Anderson on the other. One back to Bo, whose D partner is Milky to start this third period. Bo stops, checks up, gets it over to Anderson with a pass that he can't handle. Back into the corner to Bo. Bo just dumps that one hard, but here comes Evan through center ice. Evan picks up this puck, coming in one-on-one, looking to deep, go around. Evan comes in, gets pushed off the puck, and then absolutely hammered down afterwards. I mean, you gotta question the... He was giving him a hug. Just giving him a hug, saying, that was a really good drive, let's hug it out. Ari Gold moment right there. Hug it out. I shouldn't, this is a PG broadcast. Tipped in front and off the post as Ethan had that one. Anderson in behind the net. Spins it back around, picked up by Hyland going in, and a penalty against Hyland, okay. All right, Anderson going hard in behind the net. Hyland gets called for 2 minutes.
All right, now power play. We're not used to this game.
Oh, and the ref is now down having a conversation with one of the parents on the glass who seems to be chirping at the referees for some reason. Yeah, one of our parents might have just been ejected from the arena, but we're not going to talk about it. What you can't see on camera never happened. Turns around, Evan takes the shot. Held on to by the Hyland goalie. Good work by Evan, spinning around, firing one on him. They're on the power play here with 13-16 left to go in the third period. Arvada looking for a way to bury one and grow this lead. Back out to the point, Milky on his backhand. Over to Ethan. Ethan can't get it towards the front of the net, still hangs on to that one as he skates behind. Out to the point, just misses the player, but now he's racing back. Ethan with a good job after Bo's gonna get absolutely, those are the blatant calls that I'm talking about. You gotta play disciplined hockey. He didn't go after the puck. And now Arvada's gonna negate this power play opportunity. Go sit 4-on-4 hockey, and then Arvada's gonna go on the penalty kill once again for 30 seconds. Another penalty for Arvada. Back to 4-on-4 hockey. Why does Hyland's got too many men on the ice? There, they picked that up before I had to go over there and pass it along to him. Deep in the Arvada zone, 4-on-4 hockey, back out to the Hyland point. They hold that one in, forcing Lexi to pick it up behind her net, backhand that one around. Nobody there as that player would be sitting in the penalty box, but Evan races across for it. Tipped to the side by Ethan as Hyland pushes that into the Arvada corner. Picked up by Evan walking out. He's coming in 1-on-2, gaining some speed through the neutral zone. Comes across center ice and flips that into the corner. Now chasing it down. They miss on that swing and backhand it over to the far side. Trips on his own on that one. Thank goodness they didn't call it. Milky, no, they can't call that as a penalty. A hook on who? Okay. I thought they were calling a trip. No, it's going to be Hyland with a hook. Okay, 4-on-3 hockey, then 4-on-4 hockey, then 5-on-4 hockey. Here we go back with this mat stuff. It's been a long weekend. 4-on-3 hockey action. PeeWee A at the Edge Ice Arena. You don't see this too often, but the OTT Sports Network is where you're going to find it on this sunny Sunday afternoon. Wins it back out to the point. Lexi passes it over to Milo. Milo walks in, shoots that one. Comes in, puck is still loose. Crashing for it there, and Cohen couldn't put it in. Out to the center. Picked up by Hyland, coming back across. Onto the stick of Milo. Milo flips that back out to center ice. Hyland still has it, has some room to walk in. 3-on-4, takes a shot. Glove down by Wynn. Wynn should dump that one off to his players. Gives it over to his players. Puck is still loose and the play is ongoing. Here comes Milo out of his zone. Walks around, gets it over to Cohen. Cohen gets on his back end, coming through center ice. Cohen up to Lexi. Here comes Lexi walking in. Lexi takes a shot and just made the save, kicked into the side. Coming out the other way is Hyland. Hyland comes across. Lexi steps in front of that player. They put it over to Milo. Milo off the boards, out of the reach of Cohen. Cohen into the blue line. Now Milo at center ice. Milo has it on his tape, walking across the blue line. Comes in on the far boards. Hyland player steps back on the ice. Oh, just blocked one more time as Cohen was diving for that one. Here comes Hyland the other way. 4-on-4 hockey. Hyland comes in, takes a shot. Wynn makes the save. Back out to the point, just outside of Cohen's reach as he's spinning around still at center ice after a big collision with one of the Hyland players in the Hyland end. Back into Arvada's zone, Colin behind his net. Colin hard off the boards, up off the glass, held into the point by Hyland. Jags put it towards the front of the net, picked up by Owen. Owen has Kai up ahead of him, gets it up to Kai. Kai gains the blue line, gets a stick lifted, gets the shot off, puck is still loose, nobody there in front. Out to the point, they keep it in, Owen banging for it. Alex comes in, over to Owen, Hyland's in behind the defense. Owen comes around, gets a stick back on that. Good job by Owen getting back, recognizing. Hyland slashes Owen, but the play still continues. Over to the front of the net. Backhand by Alex towards the front and into the corner. Kai goes hard into the corner, back up to the boards. They've got that player pinching up high, and Arvada's got to recognize that. You know the coach is going to be talking about it. Owen comes in, breaks that up. Player goes down as Alex comes crashing in. They're still wide open in front of the net. Spin and the shot, big block shot by a diving Alex. Jax gets away with one there, hauls a player down. Coming out now is Calder. Calder comes up the far boards, swings it cross ice over to Alex. Alex steps in across the blue line, they stay on side. Now there's gonna be a penalty. Penalty finally against Hyland for that. Kai puts it towards the front. Another penalty here as it is just a penalty-filled game that Arvada's going to see a power play opportunity. Calling this one hectically. It is 9:35 left to go in the third period. Arvada clinging on to a 2-1 lead, and they're on the power play, but they got to do what they can to stay out of the box. The last couple times they had a power play, they managed to even things up. Into the corner, picked up by Hyland, coming in behind their own net. Stripped off the puck there as Evan comes across the front of the net. Over to Nick. Nick takes a shot. Off the goalie's chin and into the corner. Hard into the far side is Anderson. Anderson backhanded it, trying to swing it out. Pushes it towards the front of the net. Nobody there. Now retreating back. Milky does a good job keeping that one in. Loses it in his skates and now it's picked up. I think that probably should have been offside, but it's still deep in the territory that is Highlands. That's going to be offside. As Milky was coming out of the zone, it flips back in. Arvada on the power play, trying to build on this 2-1 lead with 8:58 left to go in the third period. Some door slamming going on over there, it sounds like. Over to Nick. Nick comes in, shoots that one towards the front of the net. It goes wide. Anderson in the far corner. Centering pass. Puck is loose in front. Nick can't find it quick enough. He's still fighting for it behind the net. Nick has it. Nick comes out. Looking to backhand this one towards the front. Still fighting for it. Puck is still loose. They're battling for it. Anderson finds the loose puck. Anderson with the power play goal. Arvada goes up 3-1. And the parent bookie card is picked. I don't know who has Anderson, but congratulations to you because it ain't me. Excellent first, second, third, and fourth efforts by that line on that play. They've been buzzing all day long, and they make it 3-1 Arvada with 8:39 left to go in the third. Evan at center ice. Anderson gets cleanly pushed down from behind. Zero call on that. Spun back around. Trying to go across ice. Collins steps in across the blue line. They push that across the other way. They're back on side. Evans on the far boards, flips that one in. Still fighting for it. Goes towards the front of the net. Goalie's hanging onto it with nobody around. Colin recognizes that, and the whistle's blown as he goes racing towards the front of the net.
Let's go, Arvada!
Yay, team! Laura Lee Sutherland, Auntie Laura, good to see you there this morning. Hope you're enjoying your sunny Sunday in, well, you're not in Littleton, Colorado. We're in Littleton, Colorado. You're somewhere in BC, I'm guessing, though. And I don't know if it's sunny up there or not, but it's sunny here. Shot just wide. Going into the corner, pick this one up is Colin. Colin towards the front of the net, gets it on Evans' tape, a little hot. Going in wide with the backhand from Ethan. Colin picks it up behind the net. Colin on his backhand, out to the point, out to Milo. Milo flips it towards the front of the net. Stop there by Hyland. They go back out the other way. Milo pushes it over to Lexi. Lexi backhands that one out, but not hard enough. Steps back in. They're not running the clock. Start the clock! Crowd is yelling at everybody. They finally start the clock. They apologize over there in the box. But it gets everybody going up here. I didn't see a single Hyland parent cheering for it, though. Everybody on the Arvada side was screaming as the puck is still loose. Evan backs up off that one as the Hyland goalie hangs onto it. And they come and give Evan a shove, and they push it, pushing his stick across the ice. Come on, ref. I don't know. I mean, there was penalties twice so far in this tournament where a kid went and knocked the stick away. That was blatant right there. I'm sorry. I'm a neutral commentator. I'm going back to just calling this game. It's 3-1 with 7:54 left to go in the third period. And the clock is now running. Over to Ethan on the far side. Ethan comes across, bangs it in hard. Calling out there with Ethan and Evan right now. Those are three players that have been all over the ice fighting hard. Back over to Evan. Here comes Evan. Evan comes across. Keep it on side. Ethan comes in. Ethan takes a shot off the butt end of the goalie's stick as that one was looking for top shelf. Ethan in front on the backhand. Ethan with a backhand into the goalie. He thought he scored, but it's underneath the goaltender, still in the blue paint. It does not cross the line. The game is held at 3-1 here, but unbelievable effort by Ethan there. He was everywhere on that shift. Evan with him heading back to the bench, both of them exhausted. They were firing on all cylinders. Do we have a penalty? No, we need one more player out there. Collins, no, Colin, come on, Colin, let's go. Colin's finding his way out to the ice. He's joining his line mates as Cohen on the center ice, Kai on the far end. The big two D-men are Jax and Owen. Kai in the corner, backhands it towards the front of the net. Cohen picks it up and behind, circles around. Centering pass to Kai. Kai with the one-timer that gets deflected wide. In behind, Kai gonna chase it down the other side. Off the boards by Hyland. Poke check there at center ice by Jackson. Now they're coming back the other way. Coming in 2-on-1. Goes around in, takes a shot, trying to sneak that one across, and they missed on the play. Broken up by Owen behind his own net. Owen goes hard off the boards. Back out to center ice, picked up by Hyland. 6:41 left to go as Cohen comes walking in hard into that play. Owen off the boards again. Owen gets this one, and here comes Owen walking through center ice. He's with Cohen. Owen's gonna come in. Goes through his backhand to center. Gets it on net. Gets it on net, and the player from Hyland has something to say to him for his second attempt. And Owen has no problems going over and asking him, do you mind repeating yourself? I didn't quite hear you clearly the first time. Hyland player declines to continue the conversation and skates away. Calder, Nick, and Alex on the ice as Hyland puts it in behind their net. Spun around towards the front by Nick. Good effort by him again. Nick is buzzing today. Nick behind the net towards the front. That one gets bounced out into the high slot, picked up by Hyland. Calder's coming around. Stopped there by Bo. Picked back up by Nick. Nick's going to gain the zone. He's got Alex going towards the front. Stopped by Hyland before. Good back check in there by Calder. Bo's coming across. Bo goes down on the play. Picked up by Calder. Backhanded off the boards to where Bo's going to try to pick it up. Now Calder in behind the Arvada net again. Off the boards up to Alex. Alex clears the zone. Nick takes a swing. That's offside. As Hyland's trying to get out of the zone with 5:33, Arvada's leading 3-1 here on the OTT Sports Network. If Arvada can hang on, for those of you just tuning in, we'll be playing in the championship game at 3:15 this afternoon, but there's still 5 minutes and 33 seconds of hockey to play before that is determined. Hyland pushes their way into the Arvada zone. Ethan down in the corner, Evan helping him out. Evan fighting for that one, clears the zone. Now he's chasing it down at center ice. Anderson, Evans got it, and then Hyland picks it up the other way. Evan on the back check now. They're coming in on Lexi and Milo on D. Anderson at blue line comes around. If he can gain some speed, he's being chased down by 3 players. He stops trying to get that one back over to his teammates who are going towards the front of the net. Anderson gets back in the corner with it. Picked up by Hyland, trying to come out of their own zone hard. Over to the far boards, flipped in by Milo, but that's going to be offside. They're going to bring that one all the way down as it was a blatant intentional offside. Blatant intentional. Blatantly intentional, blatantly. Too much talking. I don't even know what our schedule is next week. Do we have anything next week?
I have no idea.
We're going to Vail pretty soon too. In a couple weeks we're going to Vail. I'm looking forward to that trip. Out to the point, they get the shot deflected onto net and Wynn kicks that one to the side. Backhanded up off the boards, looking for Ethan. Ethan can't get that one out. Evan coming over to help him out. And they're battling at the blue line. Lexi claps that one hard off the boards. It's still held in by Hyland. Ethan goes into the corner against the Hyland player. Hyland player comes out of there with it, puts it back out to the D at the point. Picked up by Lexi, and here's Lexi off to the races. Lexi's coming in. Takes the shot, and saved by the Hyland goaltender. Rebound comes out, play continues. Hyland's coming back the other way. Kept in there by Ethan. Coming around the other way, Anderson steps around. Looking to get it back over to Ethan. Ethan goes into the corner, gets body checked. Out towards the front of the net. Nope. Anderson still has this puck. Trying to flip it towards the front for Ethan, who's all tied up. Milo shoots it towards the front. Blocked in front, and then excellent job by Evan breaking that one up as Hyland was trying to walk out of their own zone. Off the boards is Milo. Far side, battling hard as the Jags. Ethan's kicking this one. Evan's coming over to help him out. Anderson's over there. Anderson comes out with it, trying to dance around the feet of the Hyland player. Back over to the Hyland D. Shoots that one up to Lexi. Lexi pushes it forward, but then picked up by Hyland. They're coming back across center ice with 3:30 left to go in this period, in this game. And Ethan's going to get called for a body check on that. They are not, this has got to go both ways. Again, Ethan gets a body checking call as Arvada tags up on that puck. And Ethan's going to go for body checking because you're allowed to body check on one side of the ice, but not the other, apparently. Arvada back down 5 men to 4.
Number 15 skates over, hits Evan after the whistle. And
I didn't even see that.
better back down here.
Oh, back down there, yeah.
We have a marker on.
It's all right. They're doing what they can to hang on to this. They got 3:14 left to go. Kai kicks that one out. He's out there with Cohen on this penalty kill with Jackson Owen on D. Coming through center ice. Kai gets a stick on that, breaks up the play, but they're walking in. Owen, excellent work by him as he comes out. Him and Kai are coming in 2-on-2. Owen steps across the blue line, dangles in around 1-2, pushes that one towards the front of the net. Kai wasn't there in time. Kai on the far boards. Held in by Jackson. Good job by him recognizing Kai towards takes the shot. Goalie's going to hang on to it. Arvada's trailing, but they're pressuring deep in the Highland Hills zone with 2:43 left to go in the game and 1:28 on the power play for Hyland. Cohen stepping in to take this draw. Wins it forward, keeps it for himself, goes into the corner. Towards the front of the net. Kai misses on that Owen steps out on the blue line, pinches in, hammers it into the corner, killing some time off this clock on the power play for Hyland. Cohen goes back the other way. That one's going to be picked up by Hyland. Owen pinches, keeps it momentarily. Now Kai's on the back check as Owen's getting back with him. Jax is back on D as Hyland walks into the Arvada zone. Kai sticks that one down. Backhanded around the boards, picked up by Cohen. Not hard enough, it's still in there by the Jags. They put it towards the front of the net, stopped by Owen. And the whistle blows as the ref is having a discussion with the Hyland bench. I'm not sure what's going on over there. The whistle was for what? Don't know what the whistle's for. They pulled their goalie. It's 6-on-4. 6-on-4. Goalie pulled here. Arvada's on the penalty kill. I don't know what the confusion is. It's 6-on-4. That's what happens when you pull your goalie. Pushed out to Hyland. Hyland takes a shot. Deflected and kicked into the side. Behind the net by Calder. Over to Milky. Or by Colin. Over to Milky. They can't get it out of their own zone. Still fighting for it. That's Milky and Colin. Cohen's out there with them. Bo's in front of the net. Colin hard around the boards. Gets it all the way to the point, but kept out. Bo bangs that one up. It does not sneak out. That one is held in. Coming back in, shot. Wynn's going to hang on to that with $1.38 left on the clock. And they're going to keep the clock running here, but I'm not going to say anything. We'll buy back some time. 21 seconds left to go in the Arvada penalty kill as Calder and Alex are out there now with Milky and Bo. 6-on-4 hockey action with the net empty on the Hyland Hills end. Hyland wins that draw back there at the top of the circle. Back out, they clear the zone. Calder gets that one out. Forcing the reset by Hyland. They come through center ice. Being pushed off the puck there by Calder. They come in, good job by Milky. Calder doesn't clear the zone. Second attempt at it. Back in towards the front, picked up by Bo. Bo's gonna go hard off the boards. Penalty's over, net is still empty. Looking to dump this one all the way in. Icing, that was on the other side of the red line. Icing is called. He was on the other side of the red line. I don't know what. Oh, penalty. Penalty. Okay. I don't know penalties. I don't know icing. I don't know my ass from a toboggan at this point. Goalie's back in. They've got a penalty. They've got one too many men out there. Going back to the bench. Arvada on the power play with 1:02 left. They're leading by 2 goals. Calder, Nick, and Alex get the call. Nick steps into that player, but Hyland picks it up, coming out of their own zone with some speed, being chased down hard by Calder. Calder takes a swing at it, goes through, comes in shorthanded, and now Arvada's going to see another penalty as Alex comes racing into that one to break up that play. Delayed call right now. Goalie goes racing in. Arvada can't touch up on this puck. They finally do. And we're going to go back to 4-on-4 hockey here with 41 seconds left to go. And Alex is going to see a penalty for his diving effort in front of the net. It's Alex. He looked like a little bowling ball coming in on that one. 5-pin bowling. You ever played 5-pin bowling? What? You ever played 5-pin bowling with the little ball? Oh, maybe it's a Canadian thing, but it's unbelievable. I love it. Four on four, the lines get sorted out. So, nope, now it's 5-on-4 because the goalie's coming out. 5-on-4, 41 seconds. Net is empty on the Hyland end. Hard off the boards, that one's going down. Is this gonna find the net? Oh, just misses the net, so that's gonna be whistled down as an icing. As Ethan turned and fired that one down the net, down the ice looking for the empty net. Face off deep in the Arvada zone. Ethan at the dot. 33 seconds left to go in this 2-goal Arvada lead. Slap shot blocked there by Ethan. Lexi in front. They're right in front. Take the shot. Wynn flashes the leather. Saves that one, keeping it at 2. A 2-goal lead. 3-1 Arvada. Getting some congratulatory remarks from his team right there as win comes up big late in this game. Ethan wins that one over to the side. Ethan backhands it, clears the zone. Over to Hyland at center ice. Lexi pestering. Over to Anderson. Anderson up at the blue line. Keeps that out. Ethan comes across the boards. Ethan's going to have this in front of him. Ethan takes the misses another empty net. Wide on the far side. Time's winding down. The game's over. The buzzer sounds. Arvada wins. Arvada wins 3-1. This puts them in the finals. I'm not sure who they're playing yet, but it will be at 3:15 this afternoon. Unbelievable effort by all the skaters in the white jerseys here this morning. I think I said Ethan's name more than anything. He was flying out there. That line, all lines. I'm just at a loss for words right now as Arvada has got to do something here to dig deep. We're going to be facing a real tough team this afternoon, who's ever the championship in the other division. Until then, I'm going to rest my voice on behalf of everybody at the OTT Sports Network. We'll see you at 3:15. Harry Haviland signing out.